Many people cannot imagine their vacation without a trip to the sea. In general, people love beach holidays for picturesque views, sunburns, and active entertainment. However, you can also accidentally meet unprecedented or dangerous animals and get into funny and ridiculous situations, as well as unique weather conditions and scary events. And why am I trying to describe it to you? Today, you will see everything with your own eyes. Let's go! A massive open water swim unites people with a common goal and energy. Even if the girl was upset or scared at that moment, this video is much better than an ordinary, very boring photo against the background of the sea. They say that a modern smartphone is something like an extension of your own hand. Not surprisingly, the man was ready to dive into the water for the sake of its salvation. The woman wanted beautiful photos from her vacation. The thing is that she chose an unfortunate moment when the wind began to rise and the sea began to get wavy. Maybe she'll have better luck next time. Meeting with these sluggish and unhurried creatures in the reserves of Florida is a common thing. Unlike aggressive hippos, manatees are friendly, so you can get to know them better. The largest fish in the world is the whale shark. Despite its size and intimidating appearance, it is harmless to humans. The fact is that it feeds only on plankton and small fish, opening its giant mouths, collecting water, and then spitting out water through its teeth while preserving its catch. Do not rush to complain if the bottom is too deep on your beach. Perhaps you are going to witness such a miracle. We don't know what this guy was trying to show to the captain of the ship, but it seems that everyone on the ship is definitely busy with other things now. It would seem that what could be better than this kind of rest with loved ones and relaxation in nature? But you'd need to be careful and attentive even here. Can someone explain the law of refraction of light in an accessible way and why there is such a visual effect? Ingenuity is a human quality that has always helped them survive and get food, so why not use your pet skills and catch a lobster? These small crabs live on the sandy beaches of the tropical Indo-Pacific region. It's hard to even imagine the number of them on this beach. Sandcastles can be different, but this one is a real work of art. Every detail in it is thought out and perfectly executed. Sculptures made of ice are very popular, but many people simply do not know what incredible creations sand sculptors can create. Have you ever seen small stones that do not sink but stay on the water? This special rock is formed when the lava cools down in the water. In addition to the snow white sand and azure water, you can enjoy one of the most common entertainments in the Maldives. I'm talking about feeding stingrays and sharks. And although one should be wary and avoid predators in other circumstances, here they behave like pets and just calmly wait until they are fed. Tourists were really unlucky to find themselves in a ridiculous situation. It seems that no one told them that there might be problems with the boat's engine. Fishermen from all over Nigeria come to this festival hoping to catch the biggest fish. It is unlikely that one will be able to show your skills here, but the one who is lucky will receive a cash prize. There are several disadvantages to such a ceremony, in addition to the unpredictability of the weather. For these newlyweds, these are strangers who will forever remain in their wedding photos. After observing people's behavior for a long time, some animals may begin to imitate their actions. This seal decided that it was time to use all the benefits of the deck chairs. Monkeys in Thailand are famous for their thieving habits. It looks like a whole gang attacked the boat. I'm afraid that they can steal everything from people. Would you dare to jump into such sea foam? You never know what and who can hide under it. The main role in the formation of foam is played by algae, which are mixed by waves and organic waste. It is believed that the sea foam itself does not cause any harm, so if its appearance and texture do not cause rejection, you can safely enjoy swimming in it. This is a video where an energetic run on the beach ended with an unexpected twist. Such a rescue operation can be very expensive for the owner of a pickup truck. There is a unique park with a green lake in the Austrian mountains. The most interesting thing is that it is completely flooded with water that escapes from the local snow-capped mountains from May to July, so only divers can use it. And who said that snow is necessary for skiing down the mountain? Whale sharks are amazing fish. They amaze us with their shape and color. Even though they feed mainly on plankton, people's blood runs cold from their appearance. Newborn turtles are very purposeful. They climb to the surface and then crawl to the water. Walruses are sociable animals that prefer to spend time with their relatives. Their subcutaneous fat layer can reach 15 centimeters, so they are definitely not afraid of cold. Not everyone wants an active holiday by the sea. Many people prefer to spend it like this. What can I say? As you can see, even cows can be taught something. Holding a ceremony at sunrise on the beach is certainly a very romantic idea, but a man in the background clearly doesn't care about the plans of the newlyweds. This girl has unexpected company in the form of two playful dolphins. The Italian Vespa is so popular that people want to use it even underwater. Sometimes you can find very unusual new friends on the beach. A picnic on the shore is a great idea, but do not forget about unexpected tides. If you drive a sea transport, be prepared for the most unexpected obstacles on your way. Large sea turtles sometimes turn over on the sand, and then only a person can save them from imminent death. Here's a life hack on how to appear on the beach as brutally as possible. The biggest question is the following: how will they pull it back into the sea? This seagull just wanted to have a snack, but it was forced to evaluate the interior of the car. Kangaroos are certainly interesting animals, but they need to remember that water is not their element. Now this baby shark will tell the others about the place where food is distributed. This time, the one who needed help is a jellyfish. The guys were not afraid of possible burns and carefully returned the huge water inhabitant home. Hunger often makes sharks swim close to the shore. It's good that there are still such kind people who are ready to throw short-sighted predators back into the ocean.
6'9" sandbar.
Even killer whales sometimes wash up on the beach. To return a 6-meter cetacean predator is not an easy task. It's hard to deal with it alone, so the vacationers had to combine all their forces. Seals are cute right up until the moment you take them up on a dark night. In this case, they turn into vicious animals, and the best choice is to run away. It's so weird, scary, and extremely cute at the same time. A small octopus slowly approaches the girl to touch her finger with its tentacle. Maybe this is the beginning of a friendship? A large fish was thrown by a strong current on one of the Brazilian beaches. Fortunately, there were people there who immediately began to help the poor thing. They soaked its skin with water and struggled to drag the huge creature into the water. These lizards are completely perplexed that some people have occupied their beach. The landing was not that perfect, but it was soft enough. How sweet it is! They are so different, but it does not prevent them from sharing their love with each other. As we all know, the dog is the most loyal friend. This animal will follow its owner in fire and water, and in the truest sense of the word. Even the kangaroo is already running in the morning by the sea, while many of us are just promising ourselves to start. Despite the fact that a bloodthirsty predator washed ashore, kind people still helped it return to the depths of the sea. This poor thing would definitely not be able to return home without the girl's help. It was lucky that these guys were on the beach in such weather and helped the fish. The coast of Thailand is a colorful rainforest with warm turquoise waters, as well as amazing rocks that attract you so much. Can there be anything more astonishing than the California coast in lovely and gentle sun rays? I don't think so. Giola is a lagoon in Greece that is hidden among majestic rocks. It offers crystal clear water, a warm Aegean Sea, and a rare privacy to create a unique atmosphere of tranquility and fill the soul with a sense of peace. Interesting fact, if a moray eel bites, it won't let go until you can kill it. Have a nice swim. The world ocean has been studied by less than 10%, and therefore it is not surprising that we are constantly shocked when we see fish with the appearance that makes us believe in the existence of monsters. I think that you were surprised by the size of this turtle, but I hasten to inform you that it is far from a record holder. People can find a lot of ways to entertain themselves and make their holidays by the sea even more interesting. Would you take a ride on this? No matter how confidently a person stands on his feet, a wave of even medium strength can knock down even a heavyweight. That's what the beach season means. I wonder how many people there are. I think more than enough, or rather too many. Sleeping, swimming in the pool, and peeling are parts of an ideal weekend. This hippo definitely enjoys such a pastime. Well, at least the photographer managed to make great shots. You can find almost everything on the beach. Sometimes it can even be something frightening, like this doll's head. Even after seeing the crab's claws and realizing that it is just stuck, I want to avoid proximity to this thing. It seems that Pillsbury Doughboy has grown up completely and left not only his grandparents, but also from his wife. Some living creatures are perfectly able to disguise themselves. Moreover, these do not depend at all on their size. It is immediately clear that they are brother and sister. After all, he didn't even move a finger to save her. Even though this whirlpool will never drag such a large vessel to the bottom, its proximity can be felt and affects the ability to move normally. The girl was very scared of the whale shark. Perhaps she did not know that it is not a predator and only feeds on plankton. This guy has a great future in choreography and in organizing parties on a yacht. When you hear the seahorse, you imagine a completely different picture. Well, horses also want to enjoy the warm and beautiful sea, at least once in a while. The Sanderling knows how to entertain themselves from boredom on the beach, and they do it great. If they were seriously engaged in synchronized swimming, they would become real masters of sports in their underwater world. When you're excited about a bubble bath, nothing can stop you. We urgently need such a miracle bag in case it gets boring on vacation and we want to spend time in great company. I don't know how feminine this sport is, but the girls clearly feel quite comfortable with the ball. There is nothing more relaxing than morning yoga in the company of your spiritual partner. This is what happens when water procedures were clearly not included in your plan today. Everything we knew about mermaids from mythical stories and fairy tales was not true. The guys clearly know something that you and I don't know. How do you like such neighbors on the beach? What, everyone wants to enjoy life to the fullest. Yes, these are modern trends. They are all like that. This is only for those who don't know what psychological complexes are. This is what happens when you get into a new company and still don't quite understand if you're a guest for them or a potential object for sacrifice. If you're a great beach volleyball player, it doesn't matter what kind you are. The deep sea octopus decided to check out how life is there by the seacoast. Many people love fishing for the opportunity to relax and relieve stress. However, this does not apply to fishermen in Australia. On this continent, such an activity is much more extreme. The guy decided that he could easily get closer to the beach. There is something fascinating about this process, wouldn't you agree? Some garbage is thrown out from ships, some from the shore, and other things get into the ocean during storms and floods. One way or another, it has terrible consequences for the inhabitants of the sea. There are so many marine life that we don't know anything about. What are these translucent blue-purple creatures? Share in the comments below if you know their name. Humpback whales have an amazing love for jumping and perform them very gracefully. This is despite the fact that the average weight of such a whale is 30 tons. This guy has an incredible talent that can be fully appreciated only thanks to the drone.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
Eagles look a little funny when they are in the water, but this does not mean that this makes them less majestic and strong. It is believed that quicksand is able to absorb a person in a few minutes, leaving no chance of salvation. Some of them are still not so hasty. To one degree or another, everyone has a competitive spirit. For example, these reptiles are trying to determine who will get the championship in Florida. The reef stingray prefers to swim in shallow water along coastal reefs. From time to time, it can accidentally be encountered on the shore. It's good that the boy didn't hurt it because this species is considered vulnerable and may soon disappear from the face of the earth. When you notice such a feature on the sand on the beach, it is impossible to resist and not try to jump on it. This phenomenon can be a consequence of an earthquake, and it manifests itself when seismological changes occur. It could have been a great way to approach the girls if there was a slight age difference. When you and your friends are on the same wave, it'll never be boring.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
For the sake of a common cause and a good result, one can even do something in the sand. The pilot found a place for landing, or he wanted to go straight to rest after work. And here is another aircraft whose pilot decided that his wishes were above all. When you see birds that seem to hang in the air, you can only say, "I don't believe my eyes." But as you can see for yourself, everything is possible in our life.
That's right. Keep on walking. Keep on walking. Oh God.
The ingenuity of these guys worked perfectly, but I'm even afraid to imagine how much time it took them to prepare such an undertaking. Even this sea beauty is now quietly resting on the beach and basking in the sun. When will you be there? I was thinking about something different when I was told about seahorses. This could be the coolest pastime for a playful dog, however, there was one unexpected problem. When wet cleaning decided not to wait for you to do it at home and decided to act on its own.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
I love when life is filled with bright colors and happy emotions. It's good that at the moment when a dangerous predator wanted to play off the seashore, all the vacationers were already watching what was happening from the shore. For adult boys, sandbox games are no longer the same as in childhood. The International Kite Festival is a truly amazing place that definitely brings us back to our childhood. Do you agree? This is what a hard landing looks like. In fact, it even affected all vacationers around too. You never know what might be hiding right under your feet, so be careful when walking barefoot along the seashore. Everyone understands sports differently. As you can see, everyone has a completely different approach to it. People who do good things for nature are worth gold. It's just a pity if all their actions are nothing more than farce and pathos. Despite the real danger, he still dared to lend a helping hand to the unfortunate lost sea predator on the shore. It's a pity they didn't have fishing nets with them so they could do two things at once: to swim a lot and to catch fish for dinner. Don't try to stop this macho man, let him enjoy the warm rays of the sun. He still has to show off. When you skipped physical education classes as a child and didn't really do sports, it was stupid to expect any other result. The captain couldn't wait to show off his cool ship management skills to the vacationers. Getting so close to the water was a fatal mistake for the driver of this car. And now we know who is ready for life on a desert island. And it won't be such a problem finding some food with such skills. And this quicksand will not spare anyone and will absorb instantly. Small and newly hatched turtles know exactly where they need to get to. The main thing is not to interfere at this moment, but only to admire this spectacle from afar. Not only people but also animals can develop their abilities and talents. These dolphins perform amazing acrobatic tricks. I wonder if they want to impress someone or all for the sake of self-development. Birds also love beautiful beaches, even those where many tourists rest. They flew to the shore and rushed into the water, either for the sake of a small fish or in order to refresh themselves a little. I wonder what kind of place it is and why they settled here.
And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead.
Did you know that this is what shark eggs look like? They develop in water and not on land, as in birds and reptiles, so they have significant differences in external and internal structure. Human generosity sometimes prompts us to ration strange actions. For example, why would one deal with the home of insects? Even people who don't suffer from phobias would be afraid to approach here. Even though the turtle was lying in the sun in a children's song, in fact, it is unlikely that such a rest is useful to it. Fortunately, the guys rescued it and helped it return to the sea while it finally quenched her thirst. And who just came up with such nonsense that women are the weaker sex? Bravo! Here are the disadvantages of relaxing on the beach alone. There is no one to give you a hand in such a situation.
If you want to switch to something else, don't be hurried. Something truly interesting is just about to begin.
That's why there's nothing good about leaving your car on the beach. Not only did it interfere with vacationers, but it also took a dozen people to pull it out of the water. And if you follow a sandy path on the beach, you may also be lucky to find a slightly tired vacationer.
Have you also noticed that our time together flies at the speed of light? We can't wait to see you in our next episode. See you soon.